Very good afternoon to everybody. And I'll be speaking on the hydrogels of solid lipid nanoparticles of curcumin. Curcumin here has been taken as a model drug, and what we are trying to find out is how hydrogels behave what is the effect of the method of preparation of the hydrogels. So my presentation would include the introduction, what we have done in the experimental part, and a brief summary of our work. Now, the hydrogels are basically liquid systems which are very compatible to use on the surfaces, right? And the advantages they gave us is of the shape stability, where they are very soft, hydrophilic, and many kinds of drugs can be included, right? They are easy to apply, and excellent tissue biocompatibility is there. Now, the drug curcumin, it's a lipophilic drug which is obtained from Curcuma longa, right? It has excellent properties. It's an antibacterial, antioxidant, it has anti-inflammatory properties. It basically has three principal components. This is curcumin 1, demethoxycurcumin, and bis-demethoxycurcumin. The limitations with curcumin are the poor bioavailability because of the poor solubility. It's a hydrophobic compound, and the partition coefficient of it is around 3.2, and water solubility is 0.6. Now, why solid lipid nanoparticles for the encapsulation of lipophilic drug? They have high loading capacity for lipophilic as well as hydrophilic drugs. They have increased drug stability, smaller size, and hence a larger surface area for the drug interaction and drug release. And specifically for external use, the enhanced penetration of the drug into the skin, occlusion effect, and film formation effect of the lipid nanoparticles is greater. They provide larger surface area, and studies have shown that for skin problems like acne and eczema, the accumulation of the drug is higher. So how we prepared the SLNs of curcumin was by the nanoprecipitation method. First of all, we took an organic phase consisting of acetone and dichloromethane, in which we added the curcumin and the stearic acid, and this was added to the aqueous phase, which we prepared three kinds of SLNs containing 0.5%, 1%, and 2% weight by volume of polyvinyl alcohol. And then it was left overnight for the solvent evaporation, and the SLNs were collected by centrifugation, and then they were dried. This was the UV spectrophotometric method. We developed two methods, one in water and the other at pH 6, which is skin pH around, and we got pretty good curves in both of them. We did compatibility studies for FTIS studies for curcumin and stearic acid, and we found that the the excipient and the drug were pretty compatible. Now, for the three batches, that is prepared with 0.5%, 0.75%, and 1% PVA. The best batch was with the lowest particle size was obtained for the batch with 1% PVA and good polydispersity. I mean, pretty good, not that good. And the entrapment efficiency was also best for the batch 3, around 82%. Taking that as the model batch, that is the batch 3, we proceeded further for the hydrogel preparation. So we prepared hydrogels, three kinds of hydrogels. One was the blank hydrogels used as control basically, 0.5%, 1% and 2% carbopol concentration. And then in situ hydrogels, which were prepared by adding carbopol directly to the SLN suspension, and then enriched hydrogels, which were the mixtures, basically mixtures of 1:1 ratio of the hydrogel of the blank hydrogel and the 1% SLN of curcumin. This, and then we did the texture profile analysis of the hydrogels. So for the blank hydrogels, we found that with the increase in the concentration of carbopol, there was increase in these were the parameters, the firmness, the consistency, cohesiveness, and the index of viscosity was evaluated. And we found that the firmness increases with the increase in carbopole concentration. Consistency also was found similarly increasing. Cohesiveness and the viscosity. This is a negative graph. So the viscosity was very high for the 2% hydrogels. It was not moving at all, not non-flowable, very thick, and was very highly cohesive for again the 2% carbopole gel. This is the texture analysis for the in situ hydrogels. Better representation is here. So what we found was that this blue line represents the black hydrogel and the purple line represents the in situ hydrogels. So we found that when we mix both, when we use the in situ hydrogels, there is a decrease in cohesiveness, consistency, and firmness, cohesiveness, and also the viscosity, index of viscosity is also increasing for the in situ hydrogels. But for this is the texture analysis for the enriched hydrogels. Now, when we take 1:1 and 1:2 ratio of the hydrogels, already prepared hydrogels and the curcumin mixture, 1% curcumin SLNs, we find that there is a decrease in firmness, decrease in consistency, cohesiveness, and viscosity, probably because of very high, the low concentration of the carbopole in that. Here, when we compare between 0.5% carbopole gels prepared by different methods, that is the blank, the in situ hydrogels, and the enriched hydrogels, we find that the system is behaving in a very erratic manner. The firmness is decreasing, but the consistency is, for this, it's highly very log kind of gel is formed, but here again soft and flowable gel is formed. Here there is no difference in the cohesiveness, but here when we for the enriched hydrogels, the viscosity is higher than that of the in situ hydrogels. The in vitro release studies, again for the hydrogels, this hydrogel is the in situ hydrogel. We find that there is sustained release up to 24 hours around, and even the release is further decreased. SLNs do decrease the release, but the hydrogels further reduce the release of the drug. The in vitro occlusion test was also performed to see how what is the moisture retention capacity of the gels. So in the controls was the water. We use 0.5% carbopole hydrogel, and here this is the in situ hydrogel, and we found that the occlusive effect of the in situ hydrogel was much better than the in comparison to the carbopole, and this is containing curcumin, which is further contributing to the film formation effect. So to conclude with, it was found that the in situ hydrogels behaved better, might be because of the deposition of the carbopole around the nanoparticles, or the SLNs, basically solid lipid nanoparticles, was better in comparison, and the gelation or the mixture of the already prepared hydrogels with the SLNs was not proper. So the TP analysis did not give very good results for them. And also it was found that in case of in situ hydrogels, there was a concentration dependent increase in the firmness, consistency, cohesive, and viscosity. And similar observations were made with enriched hydrogels. Significant difference in the hydrogel properties was observed between the in situ and the enriched hydrogels, indicating the effect of SLNs on the swelling property of the carbopole. So though we need to further perform on the antibacterial properties of curcumin, basically we are looking for the antibacterial properties, and this is the present state of our work. Thank you. This is my alma mater. This is Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, who is the founder of our institute. This is Banaras Hindu University, and this is my department, Department of Pharmaceutics, IIT BHU. Thank you.
Question question from the audience. Well, this your nanoparticle, this curcumin nanoparticle, you targeted for some specific activities or general hydrogen?
No, general hydrogens. We were looking for the antibacterial properties of the, but we also wanted to see how hydrogens behave. So it's a part of the work, complete work. It's not the complete work.
Nowadays, this curcumin is used for anti-cancer.
Yeah, it has many properties: anti-cancer, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
So there are many properties to
What
it.
about the stability study?
Stability studies did show that since curcumin is highly photo unstable, so when we incorporate it into the SLNs, the stability is enhanced. It's because of maybe the light protective capacity of the SLNs.
Have you studied that?
Yes, stability studies we have
Temperature
done.
effect.
Yes, we have done. So it's stable till 70 degrees.
What is the mechanism of release?
Mechanism of
in vitro drug release.
okay, sir, it's a zero order release kind. Zero order and then first order. So mixed order release, not
It's a mixed order.
Yes, a mixed
It's
order.
not zero order.
No, it's not a complete zero order. It's a mixed order release.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Ruchi, it's excellent work on this curcumin and that also hydrogen, very new technology. Thank you. I hope this Banaras Hindu University is one of this pioneer university and institute taking up this pharmaceutical profession in India, and you are from that institute. We hope a lot of advanced work in this area from your research. Thank you.